In this video, I'm going to go on a little adventure in my home state of Texas. Well, hey guys, I'm in DFW Airport and I am about to go on a little solo adventure of my own here in my home state of Texas. You might remember a couple of weeks ago, Andrea went on a solo adventure down to South Florida to see her family. Well, now I'm here to see my family. We got a few things in store we want to show you. I was going to give you a little slice of life of here in Texas by going up to my dad's farm and spend a little time there, and then we're going to go scuba diving in one of the lakes that I grew up. So I think you'll enjoy it, and so come along, let's go have some fun. So this is my dad and my nephew, and we're up at my dad's farm, and he always has a ton of projects going, so he wasted no time getting me on a project while he and my nephew worked on a different one. I jumped on the tractor and was going to spread some gravel around for him, and I just love working on the family farm. So we've stopped at one of my favorite places whenever I get to come and visit my family in Texas, and that is the Ranch House. And it is a unique place because it is a buffet, but it's not just any old buffet. This one has catfish and barbecue. I have here some ribs. They have all kinds of things on the selection, and it is always outstanding. Dad said that COVID shut them down for a little while. It was difficult with all the restrictions, but now it looks like they're back up. This place has been around a long time, but always been outstanding food. And as we drive through Gainesville on our way up to the farm or back, we always like to stop here because the food is always outstanding. So let's dive in. So for my plate, I got some good old St. Louis style ribs and some catfish, as well as some of the sides. I love catfish with cocktail sauce. I know some people think that's crazy, but I like it with cocktail sauce. It's pretty good. Oh yeah. Nice and crispy. Love it. Very good flavor. Can't wait to try the rest. Time for some peach and cherry cobbler. Wow, so that was outstanding. It was as good as I remembered. It's one of my favorite places to come when we're going through Gainesville here. And what'd you think about it, Lane?
It was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. He had me come here last time, and the last time he was here, how long ago was that?
Oh man, it's
6 years
at least
ago?
5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, every time he comes here, we come here and eat, and it's still as good as I remember it. So.
But you know what? The last time we were here, this guy was only about this tall.
A lot smaller. Yeah, definitely.
Heading down the road. Here with my brother and my nephew. This is my brother Lance, and we are out here on Possum Kingdom Lake. And this is a beautiful lake that's out in the heart of Texas. It's just down the road from the little town that Lance and I grew up in. It's not too far from where Lance and Lane live now. And Lance and I grew up coming here and spending a lot of time swimming, spent a lot of time just having a lot of fun down here. But one of the things that we learned on this lake was how to scuba dive. And so I came down here when I was a teenager with some friends of mine, and back then it was not quite as regulated as it is now, and you could go to this place and get a tank and a mask, fins and a regulator, and off you go, off into the lake. And since then, I've got my open water certification, and then Lance got his certification. And then since then, not only did Lance get his, but then Lane got his, and then Lance went on to, how many different things are you certified in now?
I'm a technical diver, so I can dive as deep as I want to go, dive nitrox, different enriched air, and basically a master diver.
Wow. So to say that he took it serious would be an understatement.
It's a Spradlin thing to do.
It is the Spradlin thing to do. And when I say that, you'll see in a minute some of the equipment and everything that he has. It's like when you get into a hobby, you know, you get all into a hobby. Well, these guys definitely got into the hobby. So we're out here on his boat here at Possum Kingdom. Looking forward to having some fun. This has been a great trip. I came down as part of just to see my family, just to hang out with them. And he texted me and said, hey, how about we go scuba diving? I said, that'd be great. Of course, when you come to Texas, you got to eat good barbecue like you've seen us do. We had some good barbecue. We went up to Dad's farm, had a good time up there, just spending some time with him and working on the farm. I've had a great time here with my family, but now it's time to get in the water and see what we can find down below. So let's do it.
Right, so these are our new toys. These are full face masks. So you, instead of having a normal regulator that you put in your mouth, like this is a normal regulator. This one here, you just put the mask on and you breathe normal.
Wow.
And it is awesome. It's got these little nose plugs. So basically whenever you put this on, in order to clear your ears, you gotta push it towards your nose. Then you just, you know, clear your ears like, you know, pushing out. So what's really cool about these is there's a forced air that runs across it the entire time, so it never fogs up. And then the other cool thing about it is this right here. You've got lights.
Oh, wow.
So it's really neat. It's also got a communication port, so you can put a communication. We've got communication for it. We can put that on so we can talk back and forth.
Wow.
And I've got the surface to boat, diver to boat, so that we can actually talk to somebody that's on the boat. But the mask itself, real comfortable, slides on.
That is incredible.
That's pretty much it.
All right, so I'm back on the boat now. Lance and Lane, they're back up over here somewhere in the channel, still out there diving in a lot deeper water than I felt comfortable going. It's been about 10 years since I've done any scuba diving, and so I felt a little uncomfortable with the face mask. The full mask was a little bit too claustrophobic for me. I just couldn't quite handle it, so I decided to go with just a regular mask and regulator, and that felt fun. I was able to go down the bottom and just kind of tool around a little bit, but it's very murky. That's one of the things about lake diving. Until you get below the thermocline, which is where the temperature changes, it's a little murky. Once you get below that, it's nice and clear. But I'll never forget the whole time I dove on this lake as a young man. I remember being scared all the time whenever a branch would come out of the fog or something at you. So I remember that, and that happened to me down here. There was a stump that all of a sudden just appeared and kind of scared me. So lake diving is different, but it's still fun. We're having a good time. I'm loving being with my family, getting to see my dad, getting to hang out with my brother and my nephew. So it's a lot of fun. And scuba diving on Possum Kingdom Lake. Well guys, thanks for joining me on this adventure back home to my home state of Texas, checking out my dad's farm and going scuba diving. But be sure and tune in next week, because we're going to add to this adventure by going and driving exotic sports cars. Yes, I may get the opportunity of a lifetime to get to go and drive a Ferrari. So be sure and tune into that next week. Thanks for joining me this week on one of my little solo adventures, and we'll see you in the next video.